My name is Tony Morales. This is my beautiful wife, Natalie. And we host a small circles group, Covenant Keepers, which is covers marriage relationships.
So we've been married for 16 and a half years. We actually started dating when I was very young. I was only 15 years old. It was in a house where my parents weren't married.
I never got to know my father. My father died when I was very young. I was raised by my stepmother. I wasn't raised by my biological mother, so the family dynamic was very different for me. As I got older, I know there was a need and a desire for me to understand how a fully functioning and healthy family relationship looks like.
Tony actually never wanted to be married. He just thought it was a legal document.
To me, it's like, what's the reason to get married? What are the benefits? Why do something when it's working already without marriage or without being in covenant? So what's the real purpose of to go into that next level? I was invited for just a family dinner within a couple's home. And that right there, I saw the goodness and I felt the love. And I felt even breakthrough at that time where it allowed me to be vulnerable and be open to be able to receive the full blessing and the love of the Father. And that's what led me to him. So I kind of saw him and started knowing him through the love of family and through the love of another marriage that opened their doors, and they just loved me for who I was, even before I knew him, even before I gave my life to him. What I first identify is after coming to the Lord and getting to know God as Father, I understood my roles and responsibilities as Father. One, to provide inheritance. Two is to provide a covering and a safe place, not only for my wife, but for my children too.
Our desire was for us to parent with godly principles in our home and to love one another and connect with one another. We truly had a desire to grow together in our love and our desires for one another, and even like our hopes and dreams for one another. Those things became important to both of us when we became Christian followers.
The world doesn't need another lecture of what a marriage can look like. What the world needs is another picture. They need us to be an example, to be a light.
There's a ton of assailants going after the family. There's fatherlessness, there's divorce, there's even in the independent spirit. All shun you away from wanting to have a family unit. And I think that when we stand and declare against those things, we will see strength in our church. Our kids will follow the Lord. Our kids will love God. We will see that our generations to come value those things as much as we value them. And so I think that we need to be mindful of those things that come after the family and pray and declare against those things so that we can see our children not have to deal with those things in the future.
Of course, the attack is going to come against marriages. It's going to come against covenant. It's going to come against everything you stand for. And usually, and that's even in just the parenting. There are times that without even our kids knowing that sometimes they try to put a wedge in or even try to divide. But once again, it starts with the marriage. It starts with the family dynamic. We are better together, and we stand firm together, and we stand unified, not divided. I know family dynamics might look different in many different ways, but at the end of the day, just stand strong together and know that God is in all things, not just the good, but he's also in the bad. Stay tight and stay close together, knit together, and you're going to persevere through anything.